Welcome all to the Owner Training Series. This is our second episode. I am your host, Sofia Hernandez. I'm the Owner Relations Manager here at Cozi. So if you ever have anything that you need to reach out to, have any questions, comment, concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to me directly. Or we also have our Owner Relations Specialists who are Ana Oviedo and our newest Owner Relations Specialist who's called Andrea Rocha. So if you have any questions, please direct them to the email partnersupport@cozivr.com and we'll make sure to address all of them. These monthly series that we had mentioned in the first one is here to help you, the owners, with all of the useful topics that you need for the management of your home, from market insights, how to read your annual statement, boosting guest reviews, and to improve your listings, improving guest satisfaction, and much more to help your business, which will be the SDRs, thrive overall. For this second episode, we have Courtni Munson. Hi, Courtni. Thank you for joining us. She is our lead property manager, and she will be talking to you about winterizing your property. As we know, this is not as normal for the Texas Hill Country, but we do need to take care of our properties on this winter months so that all the operations go efficiently. Hi, Courtni. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, everybody. Like Sophia said, my name is Courtni Munson. Most of y'all know me, but for those who don't, I have been with Cozi since 2022, and I have been a property manager. I come from an ag and real estate background. However, I love what I do, so it's great to see everyone. Thank you for joining today.
Thank you, everybody. So the title, formal title, will be Everything You Need to Know to Make Sure You Are Prepped for This Winter. Moving over, we will be seeing the presentation here. Courtni, we have a few questions that we may
Sure.
ask you about winterizing the properties. If you want to add any information, if anyone has any specific questions that they would like to make, please feel free to raise your hand and we will be selecting you. So the properties in Texas are not properly insulated, as we were speaking about the weather and how hot it is outside right now. For freezing temperature, these freezing temperatures can cause pipes and water fixtures to burst, causing severe damage when the pipes finally thaw. So what are the steps that we take to winterize the property, Courtni?
So what we do here at Cozi for all of your properties, that includes both locally and remote, we do a little bit of both exterior and interior. So first we can talk about exterior. We will make sure that exterior faucets are wrapped. We do place the styrofoam hose bib covers over the faucets, and then we do work with our vendors who may utilize faucets, such as hot tub vendors or pool vendors, to make sure they put them back on after use if they were to have to fill a hot tub or a pool. We make sure all of our doors and locks close and function properly. So as most of you know, we have the Yale PC locks on each door for guests to access. When we look at all doors, we make sure that they don't have any air coming through any cracks or anything like that. So we make sure that there's weather stripping, and make sure that the locks are functioning. We change batteries periodically in our locks. And then we make sure that there are no open airways if the property is vacant. We also, at owner request, can turn off sprinkler systems. A lot of owners do ask that we do this during the winter months. It's not necessarily something that we need to worry about with watering grass or things like that. So at owner request, we can do those. You would see a work order in your statement that basically says owner request, property manager to turn sprinkler system off. And then at that point, your property manager or myself would be by, we would switch the sprinkler system to off. We would let you guys know that. And then also something that we recommend to our owners is if your house is on a well, we do make sure that the pipes are insulated inside that well house, but we also make sure that if that is something that you guys would like us to do, we will place a space heater in the well pump house if there's not one already, and we'll make sure that it's turned on in the event that we do drop below freezing. We also, at owner request, will cover plants. This is something that we have done in the past and are prepared to do this year.
For the interiors,
So for the interior winterization, upon a freeze, either cleaners, your property manager, or maintenance will go inside. We will open up the cabinet drawers underneath the sinks. We will drip faucets to a pencil size. And if your property is not on our PC thermostat, which is the same system as the lock, we will set temperature anywhere between 65 to 68 and 70 degrees, depending on the house and the owner preference, to make sure that heat is going through the house to keep things warm.
Yeah. And very important, if you have any preference, please do not hesitate to send them over to partner support or directly to the property manager that you have been assigned.
Yes.
Moving over, how do we notify you and how do we document everything that we do, Courtney?
So I know that recently we had sent out an email letting you guys know that we were prepping for winterization. So we started this process December 1st. Myself, my assistant, and our maintenance supervisor here locally in Fredericksburg have been evaluating what properties need the styrofoam hose bib covers that you can see in the picture right here, and making sure that the heating systems are functioning correctly. But we will let you guys know, hey, I was on property today. We are making sure that it has everything that it needs for winterization. However, you will see a work order on your statement for, I believe, the month of January, Sophia, or December. That says steps to winterization. And then we will provide all the documentation in the work order internally. But if there is anything specific that needs to be done on your property, like we said, you can reach out to us. We will provide all documentation to you guys if it's something special that needs to be done.
Correct. So for the January statements, you'll be seeing the work orders being charged in any case. If you have any special questions of the charge or all the documentation that we keep internally of what the work order is for, we will be happy to provide that. That is what you can see here in this image. We maintain a very organized record or everything that is done per work order. So if you want anything specific of the bills, of the invoices, of things were purchased or anything, we can give that to you. We keep image documentation and all the inspection information inside these work orders. Moving over, are there any purchases required for each house in order to winterize this?
Yes, so we do go to Walmart or Sutherland's here locally, or Ace. If a property does not have a styrofoam hose bib cover or pipe insulation, that's something that we will purchase if we notice that it needs to be done. And like Sophia said, that will go through a work order and you will see a charge on your statement. If you prefer to do that yourself, you can always reach out to your property manager or partner or owner relations at the partner support email to let them know that you will be handling it, and then we will check it off on our list.
So this, in any case, would be special requests. The standard that we follow is to do any purchase that is necessary to winterize the property and keep it up to tip-top shape. But if you have any special requests, such as this, for you to provide exactly the materials that are needed, please do so by reaching out to to the property manager, Courtney, if it's yours, and then us at owner relations, partner support at cozivr.com. Moving over. If you have any questions about building, if any purchase that we were mentioning is required to winterize your property, it will be presented as the work order in your statement. If you want more information on the work order, you can email us directly and we can provide all the information inside the work order. If you have any questions of the special request that we were saying, this is directly at the owner relations team. And our email is partnersupport@cozivr.com. We were previously called Partner Support Team. We have moved over to the new title. That's why you heard Courtney had a little bit of a hiccup there. It's totally understandable. To Owner Relations Team, this is because we focus not only in giving the support to the partner, but to building our relationship with you as our owners. So we are moving forward, referenced as Owner Relations Team, but the email unfortunately cannot be changed, the email domain. So it will always be partnersupport@cozivr.com.
And I will say, go ahead. I will say that one other thing that we are working on this quarter in steps to winterization that we did not add to the presentation, we are going through and changing the quarterly air filters. So we will test the heating systems for functionality when it does get colder. It's a little hard to do in 70-degree weather, but once the temperature drops, we will be making sure that everything's functioning properly. And if an HVAC vendor needs to come service or check on a unit, we will definitely reach out to any owner and let them know.
And for owners that may have this question, Courtney, is it beneficial if they want to winterize the homes themselves?
It's really owner preference. So I've worked with several owners that are either local or live on site that like to handle maintenance items themselves. At that point, we just communicate with the owners to make sure everything is good. And then if it does have a guest check-in or reservation while it's supposed to freeze, we will make sure that faucets are dripping prior to. If it freezes while a guest is present, our customer service team has an automation that they send to our guests asking them to drip faucets and open cabinets on the inside.
Okay, perfect. Let's move over. Do you all have any questions? I believe this subject is not that we cannot extend it that much, but if you have any questions, this would be the moment. Mary. I believe you're muted. I apologize. I'm sorry, Mary. I think you're muted, so we can't hear you.
Okay.
There you go.
Most of our pipes on the property are now since last year, and we walked around and checked them. Are you putting the styrofoam covers on now, just as precaution on the outside?
Yes, ma'am. We have started to do that because it hasn't really dropped below freezing for more than 24 hours. We were just kind of slowly watching that. But as it gets colder, when I walk your property, Mary, I will make sure that we have those there. And I will touch base with either you or Neil to make sure that we get any that we need. But we will be making sure that they have them for the winter months.
Perfect. Yeah, we do have some in the shed.
Yes, ma'am.
So another question on changing of the filters. I'm sure you guys do this, but do you date the sides of them when you change them?
Yes, ma'am. And regarding your properties, I had been working with Neil just to make sure. He did send me a text message this past week letting me know that the air filters had already been changed out. So we will document that in our system. Internally, what we do is we've got a first, second, third, and fourth quarter that we mark completed for air filters. That way we can keep track of what properties need them.
Great. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Thank you for your question, Mary, and I'm happy that we were able to answer it directly. Any other question for now?
Yep.
Nope. Yeah, this is not a long subject, but we just wanted to address it right now in December. For January, we are opening up what would be the subject, simplifying 1099s and owner statements, what every owner needs to know. So please be aware of the emails that we send to you directly on the owner newsletter when you can access the link. And thank you, Courtney, for being here, for the insightful information that you have provided. And since we want to make sure that all of our homes are ready for winter. And please join us for that next in January. And I hope everybody here has a happy holidays and enjoy their families and this time off and have a happy new year.
And to you guys.